Hey guys, what's up? Bring me the boa here, and today I'm covering something that's a little bit more science related. Anyway, so basically, one of my friends on Instagram, she asked me, basically, where's the divergence between reptiles and amphibians on an evolutionary scale? So, thought it was actually going to be kind of simple. It was a mix between thinking it was going to be excruciatingly difficult and it was going to take me weeks to figure out how to answer, or, oh, I could probably knock this research out in a night. Well, that's what I ended up doing. It was somewhere in the middle, but I kind of got the information I needed. So in order to kind of figure out where the evolutionary difference is between the two, you got to figure out what an amniote is. So if any of you have or have seen reptile eggs versus amphibian eggs, you can notice there's a very good difference. Reptile eggs have a shell, while amphibian eggs do not. So an amniote is basically something that has an egg with amniotic fluid that basically eliminates the need for water. So basically, one of the first amniotes are reptiles. And basically, you'll see me look at these note cards. I had things drawn on here. This is the very, very simplified thing where you have amphibians, and then the evolution of amniotes, which then has these three sort of subclasses, if you want to call them that. But in reality, it's not that simple. This is like the very, very dumbed down version of it. But there aren't even, it isn't even accurate after I realized that I drew it like this, because although all three spawn from amniotes, technically all three spawn from reptiles. So now on here I have some actual date facts. So those of you that are wondering when amniotes started diverging from amphibians, the first amniote evolved from amphibians approximately 340 million years ago in the Carboniferous period. Amniotes are reptiles, birds, and mammals respectively. Because yes, technically mammals do have an egg. We have amniotic fluid in the womb, which is what allows us to not have to have water directly touching our embryos. Which that's pretty much exactly what I wrote here. Then there is also amniotes don't need water to touch the egg for moisture to be present inside of the embryo. And there's also a yolk to provide protein and energy. So, actually no, the amniotic fluid provides the protein, the yolk provides energy. But the amniotic fluid also provides water and hydration, which is very important. So, I got this big chart. This took me a little bit to draw because I didn't know really where to start. And I tried drawing it on some notes like this, like, oh, I'll just do the Sharpie thing that I usually do. Maybe make that an aesthetic of the channel. And I was like, this is too difficult and you can't read my handwriting. So I did it in pen this time around. Wow, I breezed through that in like 4 minutes. I thought this video was going to be a lot longer, but maybe it's just because the first time I started filming, I stuttered a lot. It was literally right after I finished drawing this that I was like, oh, I'll just record the video now. But as you can see, amniotes here, and the red line is basically where you get to the current reptiles. The tuataras are up here, and you'll see squamata right here. That is your traditional lizard and snake. But then you have turtles on their own weird path right here. We really don't know what's going on here, at least based on all the charts of these that I could find and evolutionary ancestors. I could not really find anything bridging the gap from here to here, so I just kind of also drew a dotted line because I found something very similar to this online for a chart, and instead of printing it out, I was like, well, I'm gonna just double check. And in my 2.5, 3 hours of research online, I could not find anything really in here to fill that gap. But then this other red line down here, crocodilia, those are alligators and crocodiles. Now, you'll see like pterodons and then 2 other types of dinosaurs. Well, eventually going down this purple path, you'll see birds. Well, that's because birds are kind of like a subset of reptiles, technically. I mentioned that vaguely in another video, that reptiles and birds are closer related than amphibians are. And so this was kind of like a more in-depth look on that, because my friend, she was kind of wondering about it. But then mammals are up here. I didn't really trace that because it's like the least complicated one. Is just amniotes, mammals. And then it's amniotes, and then like 4 or 5 different lines, you get 3 different subsets of reptiles, and then amniotes, a bunch of lineages of reptiles, and then finally get to birds. I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting to look into. And then I wrote down a couple of interesting like facts, I suppose, and some things I should mention. So earlier I mentioned that amphibians have shellless eggs, while reptiles do. And since this is just amphibians and reptiles, I'm going to only talk about the divergence between the two. So reptiles, if you've never seen a reptile egg, are not like chicken eggs. They are not hard and made out of calcium carbonate. Or is it calcium carbonate? It would be calcium carbonate. They're actually very leathery, very soft, and they actually do require humidity for moisture. Now, they do have amniotic fluid, but it is not as effective as it is in birds. So therefore, you can kind of trace the lineage in reverse, so it goes bird, reptile, amphibian in that case. But the reptile eggs still need humidity. They are not like completely immune to the need of water. And then Cassinaria was one of the first dinosaurs that had reptile and amphibian characteristics. I'm using dinosaur really loosely because it's not like a dinosaur like that's on the chart where you have the Omnithian dinosaurs and the Saurasian dinosaurs. I don't mean like that type of dinosaur. I mean what everyone's considering a dinosaur, because I know mainstream media... I don't know why I use that word, but like movies, TV shows, the laymen all use dinosaurs like anything that's prehistoric. So like, oh, that velociraptor, it's a dinosaur. That pterodactyl, it's a dinosaur. Well, technically, pterosaurs are up here. Pterodons would be here. So technically there is a distinction between pterosaurs and dinosaurs. Technically, based on this. And then there's plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs, which ichthyosaurs... Now, this is going to be a little bit of a gamer moment, but I played Ark Survival, and I remember ichthyosaurs, they're like dolphins. That's what ichthyosaurs were in that game. Now, if the game is correct and accurately portraying which it's a dinosaur game, they obviously fact-checked it, and then I fact-checked their fact-checking. They're kind of like dolphins, but not quite 100% like dolphins. It's complicated, but since this video is not about dolphins, and I did not do my research thoroughly into that, I just was bored and fact-checked it. But so this is 100% pretty much the lineage. I had the red tracing like 3 major classes of reptiles that are still around, and then Tuateras are the only living thing left in this genus right here. So yeah, not doing too hot for them, but I'm actually really proud of this. But that's pretty much it for this video. It was just talking about the lineages, and I hope that this kind of answers your question. You know who you are that asked this, because I don't know if you want me putting your name out there, so I'm not. I told you I'd also get it up on Friday. Well, reshoot number 3, it is Friday. So, technically getting it up for you, but this recording was a little last minute because 2 recordings today and then 1 previously when you asked the question. But I'm sorry it was a little bit late, but I did fact check myself. I did write a couple pages of notes just to make sure that I got things correct. If you guys want more videos like this, don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram or leave in a comment asking about something like this, because it was actually fun for me and I got to learn some new things. I didn't realize that there are things called archaeosaurs, which is what led to crocodiles, which eventually led to dinosaurs, which eventually led to birds. And yeah, it was just interesting. Dinosaurs technically spawned these two types of dinosaurs and birds, but pterosaurs aren't technically not dinosaurs. It was interesting to learn that there's an actual distinction of the classifications. And then there were other classifications up and around here that I didn't write just because they weren't necessary to this video. But if this interests you guys, I might end up just making a full-on bigger one and put it on the wall for the back of the thing for the episode, or video, for the video, not episode. Well, I guess episode if I end up having to make enough of these, because this was fun. But yeah, just as like an ending screen type thing, I'll put this up to cover the screen. But yeah, thank you so much for your question, and honestly, thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying the content. I hope this has been helpful in some capacity. I'm covering up mammals a little bit. But let's see if I can get my fingers out of shot and still have mammals in there. It's not going to happen, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in next time when... What video am I going to have up next? God, that's the problem with recording in blocks, so I'm not going to even do the tune in next time thing until I remember more of the videos I filmed, because at this point I have like 20 videos stored. But anyways, with all that spiel done, like, comment, subscribe, leave more comments like this, so maybe we can end up doing more videos like this, because it was honestly fun. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, even though I've mentioned that twice now. And I'll see you guys next time.